you're tasting whiskey, you should give it 1 second for every year of its life in your mouth. So if the whiskey is 5 years old, hold it in your mouth for 5 seconds. If it's 10 years old, hold it in your mouth for 10 seconds, so on and so forth. When you hold the whiskey in your mouth, it helps to release all the flavour into your mouth, and you can fully appreciate the whiskey that way. And then, of course, we ask you to swallow. Why do we ask you to swallow? Well, this is Ireland. It's a whiskey tasting and not a wine tasting. If I see anyone spitting out alcohol at this table, you will be asked to leave the country immediately. So you must swallow. Okay, you all have a glass of water. First thing I'd like you to do, have a little drink of water, please, just to cleanse your palates before the tasting. To begin, I will ask you to select the centre sample, so please select the Jameson. A good smell of Jameson first. On the nose you might detect some fruity or floral notes. You might smell honey, vanilla, fresh meadows or leprechauns. When you're ready, have a look at it. It's a 5-year-old whiskey, so hold it for 5 seconds in the mouth, please. Now, we used to use a smokeless coal imported from Wales called anthracite to dry our barley with. We don't use that today. Today we use natural gas. So any flavour you get from the malted to unmalted mixture is not affected by the way that we dry our barley. You may detect vanilla, spice, toffee or hazelnut from that particular variety of Jameson. Well over 50% of the flavours come from the barrel, so that's why the barrels are so important. And the triple distillation gets rid of the rough edges from the whiskey, offers an extra smoothness to it, and that's what helps to go down so easily. That's our Jameson original, 5 to 6 years old. That's what everyone picked up at the bar. Have another drink of water, please. Next, I'll ask you to go to the left-hand side to the Scottish whiskey. So please let the Scotch.
It's going to be a lot of fun later, G.
A good smell. It smells a little different in the nose. You might smell peat or turf or earth or smoke. When you're ready, have a little drink. 12-year-old Scotch, so give it anything from 5 to 10 seconds, please. Tastes like chewing on a burnt newspaper. I did mention that some Scottish whiskies would use a peat or turf to dry their barley with that very smoky fuel, and it depends on the region of Scotland that your whiskey is produced in. If it's produced in a region where they use a peat or turf to dry their barley with, this taste and smell will carry right through to the end. It's going to have that different taste sensation going down. This can be due to a double distillation, so unfortunately not quite as smooth for some people as a triple distilled. Jameson is called a blend. A blend can mean they've taken different whiskies from different distilleries, brought them all together to make one final whiskey, versus Jameson, which is called a single distillery whiskey, meaning it's made in one facility. And there are some differences between the Johnnie Walker and the Jameson. Have one more drink of water, please. There was a lady here about a year ago who suggested that drinking the Johnnie Walker tasted like licking a campfire, which raised many questions in my head. Which was, how did she know what licking a campfire tastes like? Was she possibly high on mushrooms at the time? Last but not least, I will ask you to go to the right-hand side of the American whiskey. Have a good smell. Again, it smells a little different in the nose. You might smell possibly caramel or maybe sweetwood nuts. When you're ready, have a little drink. No weight statement on the jack, so you can hold it for as long or as little as you so wish. You might have swallow it down. The American whiskey is sweeter than the other two whiskies. Its main ingredient, corn or maize, naturally very sweet cereal. Now the barley that we use, not quite as sweet, and the American whiskey will be made up of at least 51% corn or maize. We're going to use brand new wooden barrels which have been slightly charred or burned on the inside and turn the whiskey in. In turn, these brand new wooden barrels will impart woody, perfumy, floral notes and flavours onto the final product, and it's got that different taste sensation going down. This can be due to one single distillation. And that's it. That's the end of the tasting. Congratulations, well done. You're still standing up straight, which is a very